So buying a home is a process, and you need a good team in your court. And you need more than just the loan officer. You need a good realtor. Let's talk about it. So I'm sitting down here with a really good friend of mine who is a phenomenal realtor here in Alachua. And I'm going to have her introduce herself to you.
Okay, I'm Joan Soroka with Horizon Realty. I've been in this community about 40 years, and I've been a realtor full-time in this community for around 21 years.
So Joan, why should a person hire a realtor?
The reason to have a realtor would be for what we do is we pick all the listings that fit your criteria, we review them with you, and then we set up showings. When is it comfortable for the seller? When is it comfortable for you? But also we can pinpoint things that we see that you may not be seeing. You're asking for seller concessions, buyer concessions, repairs, etc., all the specific inspections that you may need. But none of those are free, so we help in the negotiation of all of those steps. We have the knowledge of the neighborhood, the market in the area, school zones, all of those things that are going to play into your purchase. If you plan to stay here for the next 30 years, next 3 years, but we are the local experts.
You've made a good point on why you need a realtor, and in addition to, I think something that folks don't realize is there's beyond what the lending side has in paperwork, there's additional paperwork and that you guys can help with.
Definitely is additional paperwork beyond the mortgage. We have to make an offer, we've got to negotiate back and forth. There may be some addendums depending on the age of the house, depending on your kind of loan. But we handle all the paperwork for you and with you. We'll walk you through it.
I hear this one a lot of people who have actually talked to a realtor before they've talked to me on the lending side, and they go, the realtor's asking me to be pre-qualified. Why is that?
The reason to get pre-qualified, and the reason we ask the buyers, are you pre-qualified, is if you're not, it would be like walking into Walmart and not really knowing how much money you have in your wallet. We want you to talk to a lender, get an idea of what you can afford and what you want to afford as far as payments and things like that. You may be pre-qualified for $250, but that payment may not be comfortable for you. So you'll work with the lender and say, well, I'm more comfortable at $200. And of course the location matters for taxes and insurance and things. So that's the reason.
So another question that I get is, how expensive is it to get a realtor?
There's no out-of-pocket costs for a seller or a buyer to call a realtor. We don't get paid until closing. You don't have to pay us at all before closing. It's no cost to the buyer. We're here to help.
So we're down to closing, let's say. How is a realtor involved in that component of this process?
So once we get to the part where you're getting ready for closing and the lender sends you your final closing disclosure, closing statement, we work with you to understand that closing disclosure together with your lender, but also we go to closing with you. We make sure if you have any questions, we're there to answer it, but also after closing, or at the same time, we help you with where to get utilities turned on, what about moving in, keys need to be changed, should I change the locks, all those things, and who do I contact?
Another question is, how do I even find a good realtor?
I would recommend looking for go on realtor.com and look for recommendations. You'll find them on all the different websites, but look for good recommendations, someone who's been in the market a long time, and call.
So as you can see, a realtor is an asset in this process. You want a good realtor on your team because they bring a lot to the table. You need that guidance. Even if you're an experienced home buyer, you want a realtor on your side because they really go over and above for their clients, and you need that guidance, that right hand to be there for you all the way through the process.